Let's continue with John chapter 1 verse 4. En ααυτῷ ζωή ειν, και η ζωή ειν το φως των ἀνθρώπων. Let's look at the first sentence in this verse. It begins with a word we have seen before, en. This is a cognate with English. It's in. And just like in English, in Greek, initiates a prepositional phrase. The prepositional phrase is en ααυτῷ. En ααυτό translates to in him. The prepositional phrase here is in the dative case. Just like in English, Greek nouns will change endings when they go into the dative case. Greek he is ααυτός. Notice that masculine ending os, or omicron sigma, like in logos. In English, he becomes him when we put it into a prepositional phrase. Greek does the same thing. ααυτός becomes ααυτό. And just like us English speakers don't have to think, oh, I have to put this into a prepositional phrase, I need to switch to the dative case, the Greeks wouldn't think like this either. They just did it naturally because it was their native language. It was just done without thinking. So we start with the phrase in him, en ααυτό. The next word is a new one for us, zoe. This is life, and just think of zoo or zoological. So zoe is life, and then we have ein, and we've seen this one before. This is was. Ein is was. So en, in, ααυτό, him, zoe, life, ein, was. In him, life was, literally, or in him was life, as we would say in contemporary English. Now looking at the second sentence in this verse, we begin with a familiar word, ke, and then we have e, just that one letter word, e, the eta. This is the feminine form of the. We've seen a masculine form of the, o, for ologos, and now we have the feminine form for the, which is e. So the word the in Greek is going to change based on whether it's masculine, feminine, or neuter. But e, zoe, and it's not a coincidence that there's an eta for the feminine e, and then zoe ends in an eta. So e, zoe is feminine. E, zoe is saying the light. And then we have ein, and that's a word that we've seen a couple times now. This is was. And now we have to. To is the neuter article. So this is the neuter form of the word the. We've now seen all three genders. There's the masculine form, which is o. There's the feminine form for the, which is e. And then now there's the neuter form, which is to. And phos is therefore a neuter word, and it's joined to that article to, phos, which means the light. Phos is light. And just think of photon or photography. So photography is two Greek words smashed together. It literally means light writing. So tophos. Now we have ologos as an example of a masculine article and a noun. We have zoe, which is a feminine article and noun together. And then we have a neuter noun with the adjoining article to, phos. So we have all three genders now represented. The last two words in this sentence, ton, anthropon, are smushed together into a phrase. And you can see the omega, ni, is in both of their endings. And that means, that's an indicator. That's like a red siren saying, hey, we go together. This is the plural possessive. We don't want to get too bogged down in grammar. But again, the possessive is when you say of something or something belongs to something. It's called the possessive because somebody owns it, somebody possesses it. We have seen the singular possessive before. Ααυτός, he, transformed into ααυτού, his. Now this was singular, it's just one guy. So ααυτός becomes ααυτού when it becomes into the possessive. We do this in English too when we form a possessive. The word changes. I wouldn't say he car, I would say his car. He has to become his to indicate that something is in the possessive. And Greek is going to do the same thing to indicate this. So the singular we've seen, ααυτός, becomes ααυτού. We're now going to see the plural when we have a number of things, many things. We have instead of ou, we have on, ton ἀνθρώπων. And this translates literally to of the humans. Ἀνθρώπων is the plural possessive for humans. And so in English, in order to indicate that, we can either say of the humans, or we could have humans with the apostrophe at the end of humans. Now, I'm betting a lot of you can back engineer what the singular for human would be. Just one human. It's masculine, so that's a hint there. It is ἀνθρώπos, just like logos, just like ααυτός. The masculine singular for ἀνθρώπων is ἀνθρώπos. And we use the Greek word for human in the word anthropology. Anthropology is the study of humans. Ἀνθρώπος is a person, and anthropon, as we've seen here, is of the humans. So going through this sentence, ke is and, the, zoe, life, in, was, to, the, phos, light, ton, of the, ἀνθρώπων, humans. And the life was the light of the humans. Or to put in more colloquial English, and the life was the light of the humans. Or to put in more colloquial English, and the life was the light of humanity. Let's recap John 1:4. En, in, ααυτῷ, him, zoe, life, in, was, ke, and, the, zoe, life, in, was, to, the, phos, light, ton, of the, ἀνθρώπων, humans. In him life was, and the life was the light of the humans, or in him was life, and the life was the light of humanity.